All right, we're going to get our Striders staged up here in just a second. Striders, head back. We're going to get you all staged up. All right, ready to go. Strider racing here in just a minute. Brigida McGrew told me I should play some Baby Shark right before our Strider, so we're going to do that. Two racks Striders today, 3-year-old balance bikes, 1- and 2-year-old balance bikes getting lined up, ready to go. All right, 3-year-old balance bikes, looks like they're almost all lined up there. Pulley, Minsky, and Hoover. All right, ready to go racing through. Pulley, Minsky, Hoover out on the lead spot right now. Race is on for the 2. We're going to go Minsky on your 2, Pulley on your 3 spot. One- and 2-year-old balance bikes off and running. Nyhart, Hoover, and Johnson. Nyhart out on your top spot right now. Race is on. We're going to go Nyhart followed by Johnson. Hoover, 1, 2, 3 is how they cross the BJR Construction finish line. Get our 3-year-olds lined back up. Lined up, ready to go. 3-year-old balance bikes, Poley, Minsky, and Hoover. Poley, Minsky, and Hoover hitting the track right now. Race is on. 1, 2, 3, making their way from the Midco turn back to the BGR Construction finish line. We got a battle on the top spot. Look like we're going to go Minsky, followed by a Hoover and Poley. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2 year balance bikes lined up. Nyhart, Hoover, and Johnson off and running right now. Nyhart grabbed the 1 last round. See how they come across that BJR Construction finish line in round number 2. Race is on. Nearly a 3-way battle for that top spot. Looks like Hoover's going to come across, grab your 1 this round. Race is on between Nyhart, Johnson. They both cross the BJR Construction finish line. We'll get our 3-year-olds lined back up for round number 3. We'll get all of our other riders start heading to staging. Riders start heading to staging. Three-year-old balance bikes getting ready to hit the track right now. Poley, Minsky, and Hoover. Off and running. Battle is on for that top spot right now. Hoover and Minsky side by side, making their way towards the BJR Construction finish line. We're going to go Minsky on your top spot, Hoover on your 2, Poley on your 3. 1 and 2 year old balance bikes getting lined back up. Conley, Farmer, just kidding. Nyhart, Hoover, and Johnson. Looks like Nyhart followed by Hoover and Johnson. 1, 2, 3 is how they cross the line. All fix the live motos. Those should be good to go. Ready to go cruiser racing. 17, 20-year-old cruisers in the gate. Conley, Farmer, Severson. Gate drops, cruisers on the track right now. Looks like Farmer's out on that top spot. Severson, Conley, 1, 2, 3 is how they run through the first turn. 5 and under novices loading into the gate. Curlett, Magnuson, Gregory, Clapp, and Hebert. Split rack tonight, so we'll coming back across the finish line. Looks like Farmer's going to grab your top spot. Severson on your 2, Conley on your 3. Five and under novices on the track. Curlett, Magnuson, Gregory, Clapp, and Hebert. 2 riders going to move right on to our main event. Looks like Magnuson's out on that top spot. Hebert on your 2, Gregory on your 3. 2 riders moving on to the main event out of your first rack of 5 and under novices. Second rack loading into the gate. Poodle, Neihar, Bina, Vasura. I believe Gregory's going to take over that 2 spot right now. 2 riders moving on to the main event. It's all Magnuson on your top spot. Gregory's on your 2 as they make their way out of the Midco turn. Go Magnuson for your first transfer. Second transfer is going to go to Gregory on your 2 spot. Hebert going to grab that 3. Second rack, about to hit the track right now. Gate drops, second rack, 5 and under novices on the track. Bina, Neihart side by side, heading into the first turn. Battles on, 3 and 4. Vasura's going to take over that 3. Poodle on your 4. Race is on. 2 riders looking for a spot in the main event. Looks like it's Bina and Vasura. 1-2 is how they run. They're going to make their way down the last straightaway towards that BJR Construction finish line. We're going to go Vasura, followed by Bina. Six-year-old novices hitting the track right now. Neihard, Jacobson, Curlett, and Porter. Race is on through the first turn. Looks like Jacobson's out on your top spot. I believe that's Porter on your 2, Neihard on your 3. May, Curlett on that 4 spot, making their way through the Gowan Construction turn. All Jacobson on your top spot right now, making his way towards the Midco turn, back towards the BJR Construction finish line. 8-year-old novices in the gate, McGrew, Walsh, and Jones. Out of the Midco turn, it's all Jacobson. He's looking for that single transfer out of your 6-year-old novice class. It's going to be Jacobson on your top spot, crossing the BJR Construction finish line. Porter on your 2, Nyhart on your 3, Curlette on that 4. Gate drops, 8-year-old novices on the track right now. Jones, McGrew, and Walsh. Race and total points. Tyler, can you check your phone quick? Just kidding. You don't have your phone apparently. If you could just unplug the camera that faces turn 3 and plug it back in, that'd be great. Eight-year-old novices heading out of the Midco turn back towards the BJR Construction finish line. It's all Jones on your top spot right now. McGrew on your 2, Walsh on your 3. Go Jones, McGrew, Walsh, 1, 2, 3 is how they cross. 10-year-old novices on the track right now. Subi, Porter, Jensen, Pilka. Subi going to take the low line. Porter back to your 2. Race is on right now, heading to the Gowan Construction turn. Subi on your top spot, Porter down low. One rider going to move on to the main event out of your 10-year-old novice. 12-year-old novices in the gate. Porter, Matson, McGrew. Subi's going to grab your 1. Porter going to grab that 2. Looks like Jensen, Pilka going to grab 3, 4. Twelve-year-old novices on the track right now. Porter, Matson, McGrew. I believe that's Porter on your top spot. McGrew on your 2. Matson on your 3. Oh, we lost a rider. I'm going to get Mr. McGrew checked on. Going for the move, bump some bars. Out of the Midco turn, heading back towards the BJR Construction finish line. We're going to go with Porter on your 1, Matson on your 2. McGrew is back up. He's going to finish that lap off. Eight-year-old intermediates in the gate. Curlette, Magnuson, and Schmidt. Some noise for McGrew as he comes across that finish line, finishing the lap off after a crash. Race is on. 8-year-old intermediates on the track. Schmidt, Magnuson, and Curlette. Out of the first turn, it's all Schmidt on your top spot. Magnuson on your 2. Curlette's on that 3, heading through the Gowan Construction turn. 10-year-old intermediates in the gate. Farmer, LeBlanc, and Curlette. Pac-Man slipping a pedal, jumping back on, heading back towards the Midco turn. Schmidt on your top spot, heading back towards the BJR Construction finish line. Magnuson's going to grab that 2. Curlette's going to grab that 3 in your 8-year-old total points race. Gate drops. 10-year-old intermediates on the track right now. Farmer, LeBlanc, and Curlette. LeBlanc out on your top spot right now. Farmer on your 2. Curlette's on that 3. Sixteen-year-old intermediates in the gate. Braun, Mahusky, and Severson. out of the Midco turn. All LeBlanc on your top spot. Looks like Farmer's on that 2. Curlette's on that 3.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the
Gate drops. 16-year-old intermediates on the track. Braun, Mahusky, and Severson. Braun out on your top spot right now. Mahusky on your 2. Severson on your 3. 11-year-old experts loading into the gate. Burke, Schmidt, and Garcia. Gonna go Braun on your top spot. Mahusky's gonna grab that 2. Severson's gonna grab that 3.
riders ready, watch the
Gate drops. 11-year-old experts hitting the track. Burke, Schmidt, Garcia. Burke, Schmidt, Garcia is how they run out of the first turn, heading towards the Gowan Construction turn number 2. 26, 35-year-old experts loading into the gate. Conley, Magnuson, Burke, LeBlanc, McGrew, and Schmidt. Gonna be all Burke out of the Midco turn. Schmidt on your 2, Garcia on your 3.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
26, 35-year-old experts on the track right now. Conley, Burke. We're taking 2 riders, moving on straight on to the main event. Conley on your top spot. Burke, Schmidt, LeBlanc, Magnuson, and McGrew. Conley going to come across the Midco turn back towards the BJR Construction finish line. We're going to go Conley followed by LeBlanc on your 2. Be your 2 transfers out of your 26, 35-year-old expert. That'll do it for round number 1. We're going to take a quick break, grab something to eat or drink over at concessions. Ices are free over at concessions, courtesy of Evans Steel, so make sure you swing over, grab some of those. We'll be back with round number 2 here shortly. All right, riders, 3-minute warning. Riders, 3-minute warning. We're going to get going with round number 2. Riders, 3-minute warning. All right, riders, 2 minutes. Grab your stuff, start heading to staging. We're going to get going with round number 2. All right, riders, this is your last warning, and we're going to get going with round number 2. Round number 2 getting staged up right now. right, ready to go. Round number 2, 17, 20-year-old cruisers in the gate. Conley, Farmer, Severson.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Race is on. Farmer, Severson, Conley. Farmer out on your top spot right now. Severson, Conley. Make up your cruiser class tonight. Farmer out on your top spot, making her way towards the Midco turn. Here comes Conley. See if she can hold Conley off. He's making a charge down the last straight. Conley gonna grab your 1, Farmer your 2, Severson your 3. All right, ready to go 5 and under novice. Little Colson had to make a quick pit stop. Curlette, Clapp, Hebert, Poodle, Neihart.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Gate drops. 5 and under novice riders hitting the track right now. We're going to take 4 riders, move them on to our main event. 9 total riders in our 5 and under novice group. Looks like Hebert and Neihart side by side for the top spot. Poodle back in that 3. Race is on. We got room for 4 riders in the main event. Looks like Poodle's going to take over that 2 spot. Race is on. Neihart still on your top spot. Poodle on your 2. Hebert on your 3. 6-year-old novices loading into the gate. Neihart, Curlette, and Porter. Get our riders to keep looking forward. We don't need to look behind us. Everything you want's in front of you. Neihart on your top spot. Poodle on your 2. Here comes Hebert for your 3. Race is on. Battle's on for that last transfer spot. Looks like the 104 has it. That's Clapp. Clapp's going to get your last and final transfer. The 170 a ride. Just going to miss out on that main event today. 6-year-old novices on the track. Neihart, Curlette, and Porter. All 3 riders moving on to our main event. Looks like Porter, Neihart racing side by side towards the Gowan construction turn. Oh, bumping tires as they make their way through the corner. Curlette's on that 3. 8-year-old novices in the gate. McGrew, Walsh, and Jones. Race is on, making their way towards the BJR construction finish line. We're going to go Porter on your top spot, Neihart on your 2. Curlette's going to grab that 3.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Gate drops, total points racing on the track. 8-year-old novice, McGrew, Walsh, and Jones. Jones gonna go out, take over that top spot. McGrew on your 2, Walsh on that 3 spot as they make their way towards the Gowan construction turn. 10-year-old novice riders getting loaded into the gate. Jensen, Porter, and Pickla. Still Jones on your top spot, making her way towards the Midco turn. McGrew on your 2, Walsh on your 3 spot, heading back towards the BJR Construction finish line. Jones going to grab your 1, McGrew's going to grab your 2, Walsh is going to grab your 3.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Gate drops. 12-year-old novice is on the track right now. 10-year-old novice on the track. Jensen, Porter, Pickla. 3 riders making their way through the first turn. I believe that's Porter on your top spot. Jensen on your 2, Pickla on your 3. Pickla, brand new rider, joining us here at Hugo's Raceway. Got his new rider award tonight. Race is on for the top spot. Jensen making a move on Porter for the 1 in this round. Wants that second gate pick. Out of the Midco turn, still Jensen. We got Porter on the 2, Pickla on the 3.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Gate drops. 12-year-old novice is on the track. Porter, Matson, McGrew. Porter on your top spot. McGrew went down round number 1. He's back for round number 2. Matson's on your 3 spot, making their way towards the Gowan Construction turn. 8-year-old intermediates in the gate. Curlette, Magnuson, and Schmidt. Out of the Midco turn, it's all Porter out on your top spot. McGrew on your 2, Matson's on your 3.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Gate drops. 8-year-old intermediates on the track right now. Curlette, Magnuson, and Schmidt. Magnuson, Schmidt side by side into the first turn. Through the Gowan Construction turn, Schmidt still on your top spot. Magnuson on your 2, Curlette's on the 3. 10-year-old intermediates in the gate. Farmer, LeBlanc, and Curlette. Out of the Midco turn, still Schmidt on your top spot. Magnuson on your 2, Curlette's on your 3.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Gate drops. 10-year-old intermediates hitting the track. Farmer, LeBlanc, and Curlette. LeBlanc out on your top spot right now. Farmer's on your 2, Curlette's on the 3, making their way towards the Gowan Construction turn. 16-year-old intermediates getting loaded into the gate. Braun, Mahusky, and Severson. Out of the Midco turn, still LeBlanc on your top spot. Farmer on your 2. Curlette's going to grab that 3.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
'Braun out on your top spot. Mahusky on your 2. Severson on that 3 spot. Sixteen-year-old intermediates on the track. Still Braun on your top spot. 11-year-old experts getting loaded in the gate. Burke, Schmidt, Garcia.
Riders, rhythm start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
11-year-old experts on the track. Burke, Schmidt, Garcia. Burke on the top spot. Schmidt on your 2. Garcia's on your 3. Making their way towards the Gowan construction turn. (26) 35-year-old experts loading into the gate. Magnuson, Burke, McGrew, and Schmidt. Out of the mid-coat turn, still Burke on your top spot. Schmidt on your 2. Garcia's on your 3. Gate drops. 26, 35-year-old experts on the track right now. 4 riders, all riders moving on to the main event. Burke out on your top spot. Schmidt on your 2. Magnuson, McGrew is how they run, heading towards the Gowan construction turn. Making their way through the rhythm section. Still Burke, Schmidt, Magnuson, McGrew is how they run, heading towards the mid-coat turn. Crossing the BJR construction finish line, we're going to go Schmidt, followed by Burke, Magnuson, McGrew. 1, 2, 3, 4 is how they cross. That'll do it for round number 2. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with round number 3. If you haven't swung by concessions, make sure you do that. Experts on the track at this time only. Experts on the track. If anybody's interested, we do have sweatshirts over in registration. If you're interested in those, swing over. Bunch of sizes. More upstairs as well. All right, riders, this is your 3-minute warning. Riders, 3-minute warning. We're going to get going with round number 3. Riders, 3-minute warning. Almost ready for round number 3. All right, riders, 2-minute warning, riders, 2-minute warning. Riders, grab your stuff, start heading back, 2-minute warning. right, we're going to get going with round number 3. Riders, you should be in staging for round number 3. All right, ready to go. Main event time. 1720 cruisers in the gate. Conley, Farmer, and Severson. Gate drops. 17 20-year-old cruisers on the track right now. Farmer, Severson, Conley. Farmer out on the top spot, sitting on a first and a second. Has to beat Casey back to the line to secure that one spot. Out of the Midcoat turn, Farmer still on the top spot. Severson on your 2, Conley on your 3. Looks like Farmer will grab that 1 and that overall 1. Please, Severson will grab the 2 possibly. 5 and under novice riders on the track right now. Ton of riders all battling it out for the top spot. Bunch of riders high, bunch of riders low. Magnuson, Gregory, Clapp, Hebert, Poodle, Neihar, Bina, and Vasura. Magnuson on your top spot. Race is on. 2, 3, 4. Gregory making moves through the Gowan construction turn. Side by side battle for that 2 spot, heading towards the Midcoat turn. Race is on, out of the Midcoat turn, Magnuson and Vasura. Bina slips a pedal. He's gonna jump back on it. Looks like Vasura followed by Magnuson. And Bina on your 3, Poodle on your 4. Gregory's going to grab that 5. A 104 bike. Clapp's going to grab the 6th spot. Hebert on your 7. Neihart on your 8. Gate drops. 6-year-old novice riders hitting the track right now. How they cross is how they're going to finish. Neihart, Jacobson, Curlett, and Porter. Jacobson out on your top spot. Newer rider, only a couple races in. He's out on the 1. Race is on for 2 and 3. Nyhart trying to grab that 2 spot from Porta. Curlette's on that 4 spot. Race is on. Battle still on. 2 and 3. Jacobson still on that top spot, making his way towards the Midco turn. Porter's on your 2, Nyhart's on your 3, Curlette's on that 4. Jacobson, as long as he keeps both tires on the ground, he's going to grab that 1 as he crosses the BJR Construction finish line. Go Jacobson on your 1 spot, Porter on your 2, Nyhart 3, Curlette 4. Race is on. 8-year-old novices hitting the track right now. McGrew, Walsh, and Jones. Jones and McGrew side by side through the first turn. Jones going to come out on that top spot. Racing total points. See how those points stack up at the end of this thing. Jones, McGrew, Walsh, 1 through 3 is how they run through the Gowan Construction turn. 10-year-old novices loading into the gate. Jensen, Porter, Pickla, Subi. Out of the Midco turn, still Jones on your top spot. Making their way back to the BGR Construction finish line. We're going to go Jones on your top spot, McGrew on your 2, Walsh on your 3. 10-year-old novices on the track. Subi on your top spot. Porter on your 2. Jensen, Pickla, 1 through 4 is how they run through the Gowan Construction turn. Subi, Porter side by side, making their way towards the Midco turn. How they cross is how they're going to finish tonight. 12-year-old novices in the gate. Porter, Matson, McGrew. Out of the Midco turn, crossing the BGR Construction finish line. That's going to be Forrest Subi. I believe that'll be his last win. He's going to be intermediate at this next race. Congrats, Forrest, on your 10 wins. Gate drops. 12-year-old novice riders hitting the track right now. Porter, McGrew, Matson. Porter out on your top spot. McGrew 2, Matson 3 is how they run, heading towards the Gowan Construction turn. If you're still looking for food, probably last call. Get over there, get something to eat. Evan Steele getting everybody's ices, so make sure you swing over, grab some of those as well. Still Porter, McGrew, Matson, 1, 2, 3 is how they run towards the Midco turn. 8-year-old intermediates in the gate, Curlette, Magnuson, and Schmidt. We're going to go Porter, McGrew, Matson, 1 through 3. Gate drops. 8-year-old intermediates on the track, racing total points. Schmidt sitting on 2 aces, Magnuson 2 2s, Curlette with a couple 3s, making their way towards the Gowan Construction turn. Still Schmidt on your top spot, Magnuson on your 2, Curlette's on your 3. 10-year-old intermediates getting loaded in the gate, Farmer, LeBlanc, Curlette. Back towards the Midco turn. Still Schmidt on your top spot. Magnuson on your 2. Curlette's on your 3. They'll make their way back to the BJR Construction finish line. Gate drops. 10-year-old intermediates on the track. Farmer, LeBlanc, Curlette. Through the first turns, all LeBlanc on this one. Farmer's on your 2, Curlette's on your 3. Farmer's still on your top spot. LeBlanc's still on your top spot. Farmer's on your 2, Curlette's on the 3, making their way towards the Midcoat turn. 16-year-old experts, your intermediate in the gate. Severson, Mahusky, Braun. We're going to go LeBlanc, Farmer, Curlette, 1 through 3 is how they cross the BJR Construction finish line. Out of the Midcoat turn, looks like it's still Braun on your top spot, Mahusky on your 2, Severson on your 3. 11-year-old experts in the gate, Garcia, Burke, and Schmidt. Out of the Gowan Construction turn, still Burke on your top spot, Schmidt on your 2, Garcia's on your 3. 26, 35-year-old experts in the gate, LeBlanc, Magnuson, Burke, Conley, Schmidt, McGrew. Out of the Midcoat turn, back towards the BGR Construction finish line. We're going to go Burke on your top spot, Schmidt, Garcia, 1, 2, 3. Conley, Burke, Schmidt, Magnuson, McGrew, LeBlanc. LeBlanc broke a chain earlier, so he's running a true pump lap, no pedals. See how he does. Conley going to take over the top spot. Burke side by side, making their way through the rhythm section. Schmidt on your 3, Magnuson 4. McGrew 5, LeBlanc 6. Out of the Midcoat turn, crossing the BGR Construction finish line. We're going to go Conley, followed by Burke. Schmidt's going to grab that 3. Magnuson, LeBlanc, McGrew. That'll do it for racing tonight. We appreciate everybody joining us. State Championship weekend in Bismarck. Racing Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll be back with racing Tuesday, Wednesday next week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday next week. We appreciate everybody coming out. We'll see you next week or see you in Bismarck for North Dakota State Final.